Alright guys, today I'm going to be mounting a plow mount on my four-wheeler. The one I've got on there ended up, it's really coming loose. I think I got it too far forward. The one that came with the plow doesn't exactly fit onto my four-wheeler the way it's supposed to, so this year I'm ending up changing it. We ended up getting about 3-4 inches of snow the other day. I still haven't plowed it, so probably should get it done one of these days. I don't know if we'll use this video or not, but figured I could look back on it this way. So, show you what I got going on here. As you can see, I've got the plow way too far away. I mean, it's a foot and 2 feet probably from the front of the four-wheeler. I want to get it back into here somewhere. That way it's not straining on the winch so bad. But what I got, I don't remember what brand it was. I think it was a KFI. 3 plates, some U-bolts, basically about as easy as it gets. 2 plates go on the frame, cross plate where you want it, basically adjust front to back, pick where you want how far out the plow wants to be, and that's it, bolt to where you want it. So let's get started. Unpin the old one. Another thing, I think I got a Warner, I don't remember, Warner winch. The winch button sucks on them. It's got a box, and I don't know, you have to push that super hard and it gets really crappy once you out when it's 10 degrees outside. So this is another thing with being so far forward. I don't know if you can see that, but see how it's all loose? And then with it being so far forward, it mounts. The mounts are really a pain in the butt to get the plow off because they're kind of sitting right between the arms. So that'll be nice to get that gone too, because the plan is to get it all the way back in here rather than way up there. So yep, I'll get her, probably take it off and then show you where I'm at, so because this might take a little bit. Alright, so I got the plow off. I didn't get the old mount off, but just gonna show you how I got this going because it's kind of risky. I just got the winch going up. I got a bolt up there that I've been using for hauling deer up. I just hooked to that and winched her up, threw some buckets under there. That way, if it does fall, at least it stops before it crushes me. So, I mean, she's pretty sturdy. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but yeah, I shouldn't be pulling on it much. So, stay tuned. Alright, so I had to, it's going to be a little different than what they say to mount the plow mount. Usually they say to mount it back kind of right under the body, but I have the coal pin plow and the arms on that aren't long enough. So what I end up doing is moving it forward. I think it's going to work. Just going to mount it like right about in there, that kind of angle with each one. And then I'll set her on because this thing's got multiple holes for the main bolt. So I think it's going to work. So, I guess I'm going to do it with this one hand here. So, I think it's gonna sit right between the arms. It's gonna be something just like that, so that way the swing arms just miss it. So, I think it'll work good. I'll show you it once I get it mounted. I can't really do this with one hand. So. Basically, it's just a U-bolt around the frame between where both ends of the arm connect. It's just sitting between there, kind of sitting on a little ridge. You can see right there this little mounting bracket, so it'll hit against that if it pushes back. So I don't know, should stay in a pretty good spot. So I'll just throw a couple more U-bolts and call it good and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, one of the things you should keep an eye out for, just because I figured I'd let you know, just so you don't crush it or anything. On the inside frame, most of you would know, but just to warn you, if you didn't, there's a wiring harness. You can just, I don't know if you can see it, runs right on the main tube here, follows all the way back to the back of most ATVs. See if we can, yeah, can't really see it, but on the inside there. So when you put this little back U-bolt on, make sure you look above that and make sure you don't get on top of those wires and crush them, because that would kind of suck. So just about got her on. I've got the bolts tightened. I've got it where it's just barely clearing this A-arm, but once I put some weight on it, it'll bring those up, so I'm not too worried about that. Got it where it's mounted with a block behind this U-bolt. And then I got right on the curve actually of the frame, so it'd have to slide back and around the curve, so it's actually in a pretty decent spot, I think. So I'm gonna get the last little part on there and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, what we got going on here, we got the third bracket on there, kind of centered it up as best as I could, kind of with this crossbar, kind of keep the space the same. Obviously use the same holes on each side, that way it kind of centers it out. It's a little bit to the left, it looks like, but I'm alright with it. It'll just be the plow's a little off. But another thing to keep an eye out for is when you do it, make sure you get your measurements, because where I had put it these the first time, then this bracket wouldn't line up where I wanted it, so I had to end up moving these two back. I think I moved it back 2 holes or something. So now I think I got her centered right where I want it, so tightened everything up. I'm gonna let her down. I'll hook the plow up and show you how it looks. Nice thing is that came with the plow mounts, came with the pin with the cotter key, cotter pin, whatever you'd want to call it. But rather than having the pin with just the key that you can lose, so that's kind of nice. So I'll show you once I got the plow on it. So. Alright, so now she's mounted on. Got it a lot better now. I moved it back a good foot at least. So that way my mount's a little more centered now. So it's not so much weight on the front of the four-wheeler. But I like it. I think it's pretty solid. All those bolts are really tight. If it really starts getting loose at all, I'll probably just throw some more U-bolts up there and double bolt it. But I don't know. Seems to work alright. I'll probably go plow a couple runs with it, try and clear the end of the driveway and see how it goes. So, otherwise, if you don't see me again, that's how you put the plow mount, the KFI Universal Plow Mount. Not sponsored, obviously, but yeah, that's how you put it on. I got a 2018 Altera, so that'll work, I think. A lot better than the one that was on there before, the coal pin one that came with it. Show here. I don't know, it's just a lot cheaper metal. I think when I put it in there, I bent these two. Thing I don't like is the 2 plates that join together. So that one's basically one solid plate. So I think it'll turn out alright. So till the next video.